Jesus Christ. Hello and welcome to Nonic Nonsense, a show where we are joined by two fuck-ass returners. I am Kat Gold.
I am Alan DeLuca.
Jesus Christ.
Jim Carrey.
Cassie Ferguson. Nice to meet you.
I fucking can't with you idiots. I can't.
Woo! Amanda, we're done. We're done. Ryan still got one more week, but at least we're done.
Happy closing. Happy closing, Al.
Thanks, man. Jesus.
I can't wait to be closing.
Yeah.
I was very happy closing the cat.
Yeah, thank you. So how's everyone's summer stock season of chaos been?
You said it here first. Season of chaos.
Yes, I would agree. Chaos. Mine was very fun though. I did have a blast with mine, but chaotic nonetheless. Nonic up the wazoo.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Nonic up the wazoo, I'm not going to show the photo here, Mandy, but do you want to just describe?
Wait, what if we put an emoji?
Because...
What if we put an emoji over it?
Put an emoji over it.
Okay, we'll put an emoji over it. But
over
Mandy won an award last season for having the best worst costume malfunction. Amanda, can you just explain what this photo is?
I have pictures for research.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You will get. Can you insert the picture and put the emoji on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
perfect. We're gonna put the Cheez-Its to the side. So
just use a Cheez-It. Just use a Cheez-It.
Okay. Use a Cheez-It to describe. So, this is the Cheez-It. The Cheez-It is the example. So, I won the award for the wardrobe malfunction for my left titty, my non-neck left titty in 42nd Street, and I wear it with pride. But I told myself, she might make an appearance again, but it wasn't guaranteed. But I was like, it could happen because I'm very unhinged. And then we did chorus line, and there's no reason for a titty to come out in chorus line. Now, when I played Sheila, there was a possibility because the Leo was pretty low cut down here. So I was like, a titty might come out, but that never happened. So that was good. And even Cassie's Leo was a little low. I was like, some days were it was questionable, but nothing else, and the gold finale outfits, you got your vest on and the little suit underneath, and it's sheer. But I was like, you know what? I kind of, I looked at myself in the mirror. It's a true story. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you know what? The vest goes right at the nips, like right there, like it perfectly like covers it, right? I was like, there's no need for pasties. Like, I'm not too much of a pasty girl anyway. And I was like, you know what? And I like to be true to the story because this is the 70s and there are no pasties being worn under your Leo. So I was like, yes, Brian, yeah, you may speak.
So you sat in the mirror and did a Y equals MX plus B fucking slope, figuring out your goddamn vest to see if your nips were going to fucking come out?
Well, because I did it, because I came out with it the first time and I was like, I noticed it was sheer and I was like, this could be a problem. But then I looked at myself and I was like, but wait, it's like perfectly. Yeah, I kind of did the math. I'm not good at math, but I kind of did the math. And I looked at it and I was like, it works out. I was like, I think this is fine. It's perfectly covered. So then I took a picture. Kevin Incapie, I love him. He took a picture of me. Love Kevin. That's my brother. He took a picture of me in the gold finale outfit because I didn't have a picture. And I was like, oh, there's great pictures. And then I look at them. I'm like, he sends them to me, and I look at them, and I was like, oh, these look great, man. I look great. And then somehow it caught my attention, right? I look at the outfit because I'm like, damn, these outfits are beautiful. I look right in the center, and for some reason I was like, like I was kind of like proud of myself. I was like, damn, my titties never showed, and this is sheer, and I got no pasties on. I was like, damn, this is really good. And then I look at it closely. And who is looking back at me?
Sauron.
But the non-ec left titty, like again, this is cut right here, right? So the nips are right here. So I love how I'm demonstrating this in this video now.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's
Keep
okay.
going.
You need a visual.
I
So
do.
So the right titty with the vest is like perfectly right underneath it.
Is the right titty equity?
Yes, that's the equity one.
Gotcha. Okay, continue.
So that one was here. Now the vest is here, right? Now left titty got scrunched up higher. So the nip was right here, and it was like squished and just staring right at you with like daggers.
Just telling
just
time.
Right here, telling you what was up. And I just look at it and I was like, that's a darker spot than the other side. I was like, oh, I was like, oh, and I sent it to Fishy immediately. And I was like, look at this picture. I was like, tell me if you spot it. He's like, what am I looking at? I was like, look in the center. He's like, oh, he's like, Amanda, don't post that. Oh my God, don't do that. I was like, he's like, your titties out. I was like, he's like, girl, you didn't wear pasties. I was like, Fishy, I was staying true to the time. It was the 70s. Nobody would wear pasties.
Listen, if you want me to, I will fucking Photoshop your nipple out. I will so you can post your photo.
Or put her face in.
Oh, can you do like, you know how the iPhones have the sticker? You cut out the sticker of a picture. Take my face in a sticker form and just put it there. And that just gives.
Wait, we're going to use my HR sticker. With me with the pen. Just put the HR sticker right above your face.
Put a logo that says Nonic Nonsense, like right over the nipple.
But you know what I love? What I love most about it is completely unplanned. Now, if I was smart, I would have had something on. But I was just balls to the wall. I was like, I got this. This is
no, you were balls to the wall because one time after Music in the Mirror, I went back and everyone was just chilling out in the dressing room. Like both doors were open. We were all hanging out. Like that's our intermission. And like I wanted to talk to Anna. We were having like, a little bit of a conversation. And Mandy had to like switch mics or do something. Fully just like boom. And I didn't see it because I'm talking to Anna and I'm not looking for titties because that's gross. Right. And I'm talking to Anna and Mandy goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, Michael." And I was like, sorry for what? And I turned around. Mandy was just sprawled out. And I was like, oh my God. I just like straight up exited the dressing room.
Michael got so white. He went, I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll be back. I was like, because towards the end of the run now, for some reason my mic head had like a bad connection or a bad frequency. I don't know what was going on with it, but like consistently every time I came off stage for nothing, like someone was waiting for me, either Christian or Yana, to switch out the head. So I had to flip because it was all the way down here on my tights. So I had to like flip no matter where I was, just take everything off and just have them switch it out. And then sometimes after Music in the Mirror, I would have to switch it out again. So she was, and the thing is, I tired. And so I was like, damn, I can't even have a break. Now I got to switch my mic. So I was probably just like, yeah, no, it's fine. And then I was like, oh, wait, Michael, I'm sorry.
She just whipped it out. I was like, God damn, Mandy. What the fuck?
I love how you're like, I'm not good at math, but I was doing the math. And then lo and behold,
let me tell you something though. It was good up until that pic. Well, here's the thing. I think it was good up until that picture, but who knows how many people actually got a show?
You know, I mean, a couple of the old people did. Like when Mandy was playing Sheila opening weekend, because Mandy played like 75 roles in this one. You know, when they're calling the numbers, like Bruno's calling the numbers.
What I do?
And he gets to Sheila's number. She walks up, and I'm like right in front of the audience, and all I hear is this old man go, "Hey, that's the sexy one," and I was like, I'm gonna fucking heave ho right now. Like I'm gonna throw up. Like that was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
That audience was awful. I was so mad. I was so mad, dude. Noah and I were like so mad. We're like, dude, okay. So for LPAC, I'm like, yeah, Butch. Woo! Right? Fucking not even before a 5, 6. Yeah, Butch.
Yeah, we were obnoxious that day.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, let me do it for Al. I'm like, yeah, Al. And this woman's like, he heard you the first time. He knows you're here. I'm like, bitch.
That's like the patron that turned off Zach's light and went, no, Christian, when he turned it back on, and she went, bitch.
Yeah, like one of the patrons before the show, Christian goes over to Zach's table in the back of the theater and clicks on his little lamp light. And this old woman turned around and turned off the light. So Christian was like, okay, I gotta go turn it back on. So Christian turns the lamp back on, and this woman literally turns around to Christian, our technical director, and just goes, bitch.
Bruh.
Oh, like, dude, nope.
Century
Not
Village
doing
is
it.
wilding out.
He's like, the light
Audiences
bothered
are
me.
not allowed.
Bro.
So hateful.
Noah's
Yeah.
cheering for the bows, dude. The last like little whatever that chick, she's like, woo! And the woman next to her's like, you're too loud. Like, the fuck? And so we're both like, whoa! It's like, oh, fucking having a full-blown seizure. I'm like, oh my God, so awful. So awful.
How are the audiences over at the Colony Theater, Ryan?
Chill. Super chill. I mean, we're not like selling very well, but like when we do have like packed houses, well, packed, 50, 60 people or something like that. I think the most we've had was like 100.
How big is the Colony?
415, I think.
Oh.
That's a shame.
Damn shame. This show was so Ryan. Like I texted Ryan this because he opened up a week after we opened. So like I only thought I had one opportunity to see this thing. Thank Christ I'm going on Friday again. But like I was straight up, I didn't give a shit about Chorus Line. I was like, I want to watch the play that goes wrong. Like I was like, I need to fucking get over there and just see this shit because my brother did a scene from it in high school and I was like obsessed with the show since. And I went with Mandy and Anna and
It was awesome.
we
What a
were in like
surprise.
oh yeah, fucking I
It was
nailed
awesome.
you. Ran into
You did.
Noah before the show and I was like, don't tell Ryan I'm here. And she goes, okay, got it. We had the over plan. It was gorgeous. So I walk in and I'm sitting there and the characters come out and they like before the show, like the stagehands, quote unquote. And I'm sitting out there and Noah looks at me and she goes, you come here. And I'm like, what? Like what? Right. And she's like, she broke something on stage and she has me hold it. Right. And she's like, hey, under her breath was like, hey, there's a toolbox. I want you to pretend it's really heavy, but don't be funny. And I was like, okay. Right. So I walk over and I'm struggling. And then, of course, she walks over and picks it up with no problem. And Anna and Mandy are fucking pissing themselves over there watching me do this. And then I hold up this thing. And then fucking Noah's like, I'll be right back. And then she leaves. And I can hear the two of you giggling through the fucking wall because I'm just standing on stage by myself holding this goddamn fucking
I was just like, oh no, it's the Shadow Man.
It's just, oh, no. No, the worst part, I'm holding this thing up, bro, and you're fucking burping back there, and I can hear it through the wall.
If that's burping, it's Noah. That's a Noah thing.
Oh,
Ryan's the opposite.
Ryan's the opposite.
Right up the other end. Yeah. Your double pirouette.
Fuel injected. Yeah, dude, that box is supposed to be like a bit where there's like a magnet on stage where like any audience member could come up and like try to lift it and it not work. But it was just so the result was hey, just pretend, just act like it's really heavy.
I was like, bet, got it.
Yeah, it was awesome. When I saw you walk in, when I saw you guys walk in, I was like, oh shit.
Friday, brother, we'll be there again.
Yeah, it's a really fucking funny show, man.
Round two.
I wish I could come see it.
I'm sure we'll get a copy of the video.
Please.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows that were so fun, Mandy, Remember the third Saturday evening show, which I called Doomsday?
Oh yeah.
Can I just say, I was getting live feedback. I was getting live like updates in the middle of 42nd Street when this was happening.
Yep. So
And we would just, me, Callista, and Sully would just wait to hear what the fuck is gonna happen now.
Yep.
That was Doomsday. Well, it was one of the Doomsdays.
It was probably like the final Doomsday. I don't think there was a Doomsday after that, but like it was
No.
how the Avengers game, like the fucking end games come out like every fucking year just to like end it or leave it on a cliffhanger. It was like that every week. We were like, Infinity War was this week, end games next week. Yay. So let me break it down.
Please.
Opening number. It's going fine. No problems. Everyone makes it through the ballet. All the girls make it through the groups of 4. I make it through my group of 4, and I'm a little tired, so I'm going into the wings to go get water and tuck in my fucking shirt because my pants were too goddamn small. And I'm tucking in my shirt, and I look out, and Desir is just on the floor, our Richie. And I was like, and keep in mind, this is the archival night. So I was like, oh, he's adding bits. That was my first thought. I was like, oh, we're just adding things archival night.
Method as fuck.
So method. And I look closely and he can't get up. And I'm like, oh, he's like really dragging this bit out.
And then I really milking it, guy.
Yeah, come on, like get your fucking ass up, dude. Right. And I look over at him and he pops his fucking knee back into place. And I was like, oh, that was real. Right? So immediately you could see everyone waiting and watching hail. Everyone is like, oh my God, here we go. Let's try to figure our way out through this. Not even 10 minutes into the show, we lost our Richie. So the final group of boys goes, and we're in this fucking Broadway show's clump before they make the cuts. And Mandy, I see her fucking jut out from the wings, and she comes over to me and she says, go ahead, Mandy, take your line.
I said, hey, Desir said he dislocated his knee, so you're going to have to cover his solos.
And I went, huh? And then Bruno went number 17, and I ran on. So I was immediately like, oh God, right? Get to the line, fucking looking around. And I'm like, okay, here we go. All right. You know, I'm looking at Judy, and Judy's like, what do I do? And I was like, listen, I'm going to step forward. You're going to step in front of me. We'll cut shit off. Like, we'll make it work. And like fucking a portal opened up. All you see is Desir limp his way back on. And he puts his hand on my shoulder and he steps forward. He goes, I'm Richie Walters, 27. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
The right like, time, too.
Like, right time. Sam Wilson fucking on your left. He was just right there. Right. Damn. And at that moment, I'm like, peace and tranquility. We're set. We're fine. I look over at the girl playing my Christine, and she's sweating. And I'm like, are you good? And she looks over at me, smiling in character, and goes, no. I was like, oh my God. Like, I can't catch a break. So she goes, I need to go. And just leaves the stage. Right? And at the same time, Desir is also like, I need to go sit down. So he leaves. So now it's Val, no one, empty space, me, empty space, Judy. I look like an asshole, right? I thought that I was like, do I smell? Like, I was like, oh God, like, I'm just going to have to fucking get through this, right? Desir ends up limping his way back on. I think Laura's like throwing up backstage. Whatever happened to her, she was just not feeling good. 2J's was a fucking disaster that day. It was the opposite of Sofrita's night, Ryan. It was just really bad. Everyone was burping. Not good. Desir limps back on. I tell Desir to lean on me. So Richie's like this on Al, and you know, Christine joins her way back on right before saying, but that was possibly the scariest 30 minutes I've had on stage, just feeling alone up there. And my bubbies were at that show, and after the bubbies were like, the Monday, they were like, "That was great," and I was like, "Yeah, do you know what happened?" And they were like, "No," and I was like, "Great, then we did a good job." Like, fucking hell.
It truly was a miracle, in the words of Poppers. It truly was a miracle that that show ended up happening. Because I was like, wow, we might have to hold this show. We
Yep,
might have to
Michael
stop.
fucking sat us out in the audience and was like, "It was a miracle we got through that one."
How many
like,
how many
yep.
injuries happened during that show?
You want to count them? Go ahead, DC.
Wait, during the show, or we're talking about like from when we started rehearsal up until
The whole contract.
the whole thing? I think the first one that started was Cam, who played our Connie. She was doing something in the CT. She fell and she kind of like her ankle went underneath her, but she was like 2 or 3 days. She was like resting and she was fine. That was the first one. Then our Cassie got injured as well, and that one was a longer injury. Then who did we have after that? Then Desir, obviously, as we were nearing closing.
Yep.
Michael, last day, I don't remember what you did, but he comes backstage because we would always meet during the opening number when we weren't on stage to take a water break or a breather. And I just see him limping over to me. I was like, "You good, buddy?" He's like, "Yeah, just my ankle or something. I'll be fine." And he just limps away from me again. I was like, "Are you sure? You don't look okay."
I if you got a video of that Sunday night, I went for the turn and I put a lot of resin on, which I never did because I felt the floor slippery, so I put a lot of shit on. And when I went for that suit new turn,
Yeah,
my ankle just got caught under me, and it didn't turn with me.
understand.
And then when I went into the jumps, it gave up on me too. So I did basically all of my ballet jumps in place. It was not good.
Makes sense. Yeah.
That is wild. I feel like this has
Well,
just been a summer of like chaos because like I didn't mention this in like the previous episode where we were kind of doing like a recap of stuff. COVID fucking hit Sound of Music so fucking hard.
That was crazy, dude. The updates that you were giving people, I'm like, what the
So,
goddamn
so
Chernobyl?
what had happened? What had happened was they were doing Tootsie before Sound of Music. So they're doing Tootsie and a COVID outbreak goes through their crew. So it affected like 7 crew members. They had canceled performances, not because the cast couldn't do it, but he had no crew. And then it hit cast members that were doing double duty with Sound of Music. And all this is all in the same week. I am 99% sure I had COVID. I will say that. But I didn't really feel ill. I felt ill for 6 hours and then I was fine. And then, like a week later, I had a lingering cough. And at that point was when the people from Tootsie tested positive. And then it hit our cast. And boy, oh boy, I think we had like 9 people, cast and crew, out with COVID. And everyone, so we had 2 canceled performances. And everyone thought it was canceled because of COVID. No, it was canceled because of a technical issue with the fly rail system. But it should have been. We technically, like, we had so many configurations. It hit like some of the principals. Luckily, a lot of our principals had just gotten over COVID when they came to the contract, so they were saved. But literally, our ensemble, every fucking day, there was a nun out. It was 2 weeks until we had everyone back. 2 weeks. So every day we would get called in about a half an hour early. earlier than our half hour, and we would have to respace all the nun stuff every single fucking day.
Oh my
Every
God.
single fucking day. It was a nightmare. And we would get these emails every day being like, someone tested positive, someone tested positive. Our fucking lighting designer literally did the lights, like set the lights over Zoom because of the COVID outbreak. Literally got COVID from the designer run. Ended up having to do tech over Zoom, setting the fucking lights. So it's just been a summer of
Chaos.
chaos.
You said it.
Speaking of chaotic tech, Ryan, how did that go?
What you can say about it?
Yeah.
Also injuries.
Scripted and unscripted.
Sure.
Ryan is gonna be like, there is so much that you're. He's like, you could probably cut this. This
It'd
out.
just be like bleep, bleep, beep, 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 fucking Morse code, just like cutting out everything, just redacted. Like it was whatever. It was whatever. I think it could have been planned for a little bit more. Like we had the set since the second week, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like just to like run that stuff, but then they're like, "Oh, you guys are really beating up the set. We need to reinforce things." I'm like, "We've had it for a month. Of course we have. Of course we're beating it up. Like that's what the script calls for." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh," they're like, "Don't put your weight on it." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Don't put my weight on it? Like that's what I have to." So it was whatever. It was fine. The people at the colony are wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Like absolute. It's great, and the elevator's been broke for most of the time, so the dressing rooms are on the fourth floor. So we've been hoofing it and stairs. I've been using it as exercise because I'm looking at some like of the footage. I'm like, come on, let's get those glutes in there. Spring break's around the corner. Come on, let's get those legs working out.
Ryan Crout right after parade, fucking in a speedo down at Fort Lauderdale.
Just dude, I'm so excited to go to Witches from this, man, because like this is by far the most physical show I've ever done. It's like the show itself is so fun to do. The cast is awesome. It's great working with them, and I'm gonna go to Witches to where I think Mike and I collectively have 2 lines.
Like
Maybe I think was it 10 scenes, maybe 6 scenes.
Not even, bro. It's 3 scenes in Act 1 and 5 scenes in Act 2.
Bless.
That's it. Chill.
Lovely.
I need it. We love a princess track.
sure do.
Speaking of princess track, Mr. Krabs was the princess track.
Yes, please talk about the sponge with all of our Carbonell noms. Congratulations.
Yeah.
The
Underwater
SpongeBob
shows.
cast. Yes.
That was crazy. That was a fever dream.
Oh.
I love SpongeBob. I saw it twice. That's how much I loved it.
We had too much fun.
To the point where we almost got in trouble.
That was yeah.
Yeah. There was one night where Ryan pushed my buttons a little bit, and he was like testing how far I'll take a bit. And he looked at me like there was this one point in the show where the mayor was speaking up on a platform, and it was Ryan, Nate, and I, which already is just not a good trio to have free reign. So we had this stupid fucking bit where we would just slap each other constantly.
It's like hey, look at this. Look at shit. Did you see that? Look at her. She's talking to us right now. It's like, check it out. We just keep her like
we slapped each other at least 30 times in the scene.
Yeah.
Like the 30-second long scene, we were like, hey, no, like seriously, no, look. And Ryan, I was like, if you fucking hit me one more time, I'm gonna rip your claw off. He goes, no, you won't.
Yeah. I fucking do that. And they start like I hear like the dog go like, I'm like, no. No.
The fear and
Full
panic
panic.
in his eyes once because I unlatched the Velcro and all you heard was just, and he was like, no.
Bro, full panic, looking like a human Budweiser. Like, straight up
Photo right here.
Oh my god.
photo.
Oh my
God,
god.
that's
Speaking
fun
of stupid bits, I've already told Michael about this, but I think you'll be proud of me, Ryan. So because I knew that Michael could not come see the show and I was gonna find a way, to get a little sneaky recording. Um it's not in the main recording, but I do have a clip of it. I may or may not have sassled off from a scene.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
I will
Sassel Saturdays.
I will insert the clip here.
Oh, this is same arm, same leg.
Yes.
Yes.
Sassling is the dumbest, greatest fucking bit like in theater. Because I feel like just audience members are like,
and Michael saw it. I did mine pretty subtle. I didn't want it to look too weird, but it did happen into a blackout.
It was perfectly cut into a blackout. It was so good.
I love that shit.
She was like, all right, let's get back over there. And keep in mind, the curtain's down and they're doing this scene like in front of the main drop. So they're right in front of the fucking audience.
I was literally like 2 feet away from the audience.
Fucking sassled in their fucking face.
Yeah, as I'm like following Sully off the stage, I start sassling and then it goes to a blackout as I'm sassling.
I love that
Fucking
so much.
disgusting.
The fact that it went into a blackout is like brilliant. That's because there's some music that plays, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like da 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 da. Da,
I'm telling you, audience members are gonna be like, yeah, what was that?
It's the music into Sunny Side of Every Situation. Yeah, I literally. Yeah,
Ryan, if you do not sassle on Friday, I'm pissed.
I don't know where to sassle, dude. There's like, it's so fast.
Can you sassle coming in with the fucking fire extinguisher? Just kick the door down and fucking sassle in.
I'm trying to think of like where I could sassle. Like, oh, I know where I could do one.
Okay, good. I'll be on the lookout.
It's gonna be the round where we keep repeating the fucking scene, and I'll make it part of the bit because like we're supposed to do like the same fucking blocking through that. So I'm just gonna be like fucking John Wayne motherfucker.
See, I tried not to John Wayne it. I was like, if I'm gonna get away with this, being this close to the audience, it has to look really, really low key.
There's a very like microscopic line for it to look somewhat normal. I have not achieved that.
Talking about like the line, I think that my Teddy Roosevelt sassle was the line.
That was the line.
Made sense,
dude. Like, it's bro. I don't know what it is, but I don't know like if there is an equivalent for like the type of roles that you guys have had. But anytime they put a new mustache on me, Ryan is checked out. He's no longer exists. It's whatever the character of the mustache is, not even the character in the script. So when fucking he came in Teddy Roosevelt, it was the mustache. They're like, Joseph. Oh my! So is there an equivalent for like is it a wig or like a costume or something like that for like Kat or Amanda, like something like that for you?
I think a wig for sure.
A wig.
However, for 42nd Street, the thing that gave me the most fucking energy was that goddamn feathered robe and the 40 million diamonds that I got to wear.
Ooh.
And I would it was so gaudy. I fucking loved it.
Like the Chrysler building.
I looked like Liberace. I looked like straight up.
I looked like
Liberace. Yeah, coming out of that fucking train car, I was like, bam. And then I because I was it wasn't like a for sure bit, but I was convinced. I was like, okay, so I really want to show off because I'm supposed to be like, the wealthy divorcee on the train car. So I was like, I went to costumes and I was like, I need as many diamonds as you can give me. I need as many. I want multiple rings. I want multiple bracelets and I want a huge necklace. And they said, okay. And so I would do when he knows as much as we know, she'll be on her way to Reno while he still has dough. And I would go, showing off the rings and bracelets, showing off the giant necklace. I was just in time with the music. I would send help. So when I get things like that, when I get little wearable props or wigs, then I'm like feeling the fantasy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
What about you,
Also-
Cheez-It?
What? Is that with me?
What about you, Cheez-Its?
Sorry.
Leotards.
Sponsored by Jesus.
Leotards. Pasties.
Best.
No, see, the pasties don't help me. That's why I don't wear them.
Maybe if you got beaded pasties, then they would give you like an energy.
Beaded?
Yeah. Like burlesque pasties.
Oh, okay,
Mandy
okay.
wanted to do hair this summer. She was upset. Like she was
No, she's not. No, I was not. I so did not. I tried to listen to that soundtrack and I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, gorgeous voices. They picked the best of the best voices for this show or this soundtrack. I was like, what is this music? I was like, cannot get on it. We'll never get on it.
It's like you had to have gone to like Burning Man at least once to like get the vibe.
Okay, listen. I love hair.
I've done it before. It's a fun time.
I've never done hair. I don't really want to do hair because I don't want to be naked. There are certain shows that I just like because, I just want to watch them. Like West Side Story. West Side Story is one of my favorite shows. I will never be in West Side Story. I just enjoy watching it. That's kind of how I feel about hair. I got to work with the touring cast.
I really, really enjoy watching it.
No, creepy. No.
Flash.
No, I do love the music and
it's awesome.
Because I'm trying to think, that came out in like when I was in high school, I think, like the revival.
Yeah.
And so I was like so into it. And then I got to work with that national tour. They came through to the Kravis, and I got to work with like the Sheila and the HUD and the music director. And so when I went to go see the show after, I did like a masterclass with them. They like brought me on stage to sing like the rest of Let the Sun Shine In, and like they came to like my mom's restaurant at the time. So like I love hair. But it's
2009.
What?
2009 was the revival.
Okay, so yeah, I had just started high school. So yeah, no, because I'm elderly. But
Hey.
I have to remind myself.
I'm the youngest one in this Zoom call right now. Like
I know.
That's crazy.
Can I just say that like my Theater by the Sea people, they thought I was young. Michael likes to laugh at me.
So
normally everyone thinks that I'm old, but like they were like, how old are you, Kat? 25, 26? And I was like, thank you so much.
You're so sweet.
You're so sweet.
I am 30.
But genuinely, like looking at you guys, like Kat, I would believe like 27, 28. Ryan, I would believe 29, 30. And Mandy, I'd believe like 27, 28. So it's fun. Like, but like you look at me.
Like, fucking Benjamin Button over here.
It's fun.
He's Butch LaDuca. He's
Butch LaDuca.
25, but everyone thinks I'm in my 30s.
25, but that was the monologue I was gonna do. If Christine did not make it back on for Sing, I was gonna improv my way out of that song with the Butch LaDuca monologue, and it was going to be fucking brilliant. And on top of that, if Desir did not come back on for "Give Me the Ball," I think everyone knew it was just gonna be shit Allen and not shit Richie that night. Like full on, like
I would have paid my entire salary from The Play That Goes Wrong to see you go on for "Give Me the Ball."
Alan. Shit, Alan would have been iconic.
It would very much be she likes basketball from Promises, like immediately.
Yes.
Like it's exactly what it would be. How about that?
I would have looked like a
Give me the
really
ball, give me
old
the
Troy
ball,
Bolton.
yeah.
Like a really old Troy Bolton. You would have been Coach
Okay.
Bolton.
Please pass me the ball. Pass me the ball. Please pass me the ball. Yes.
Oh, over here, buddy.
Corner three. Corner three.
Up to
And then
bat,
this-
and fuck.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Home run.
And then
Too
just
much.
spotlight, and you would have had your Zac Efron, Troy Bolton, like High School Musical moment. Everything else dark. Spotlight.
I'm not kidding. I think I would have killed someone to get that footage. Like, if they were like, we're not giving out this footage, I'd be like, where are they going to be on a dark fucking evening at 1 a.m. in the morning? Because I need to get that shit. I don't fucking care. It would go straight at the beginning of my reel. Just me.
If there's a crowd, specific audience to do that too, it's the Delray Beach Playhouse, because they'd be like, "Wow, that's something else. Look at that boy up there dancing." Jesus.
The only place I think that would go over just as well at is probably the Wick.
100%.
Hey, Kat, how would you feel playing Effie?
Oh my god.
This is
I
derailed.
will never. I can never forget that story. Everyone knows who said it. I mean, it's very clear. But oh my god, it still makes me giggle.
What, like, what, where, what, why?
Would you like to play Effie?
A genuine question that was genuinely asked to me, and I genuinely laughed in their face because I genuinely did not think that was actually going to come out of their fucking mouth.
Hey, listen, at that theater, Mandy, you could reprise your role and follow the North Star, and it would be totally fine.
Oh my god, Kat and I could play the dream. We could be the dream girl.
Never.
Jeez.
I have a really good question. This is a great fucking question.
Oh shit.
Is any of this making it in?
This is staying in. But everyone collectively needs to cast each other in the most cursed fucking role that they think that they could cast these people in. So, like, for instance, Ryan, I think you would be a phenomenal Mrs. Hannigan.
I was gonna say Mrs. Lovett.
That one too. Yep.
Let me see. A cursed casting for
Miss Hannigan.
Matter Domini. I think oh goodness. That would be a real cursed casting for you.
Anything from Cats.
No, you know what I was thinking for Michael? I was thinking Shelby and Steel Magnolias. Drinking juice, Shelby. Drinking juice.
What fucking no? Mike will be Marcy Park from fucking Spelling Bee. I speak languages. Jazz.
Jeff.
That
I got
caught on
people
so much. That has caught on tremendously. Holy shit.
It's
We can
making a
talk about
return in
Dominic.
2 weeks.
Mm.
Mandy, what would Mandy be?
What is a cursed casting for Mandy?
The Cat in the Hat.
I was gonna say Sour Kangaroo.
Please. Oh my god, please.
But no, you wouldn't be Sour Kangaroo. You would just be the puppet.
No, fucking Weasel from Newsies. Hey!
And Cat can be Grimsby.
Listen, you laugh. I'd make a stellar.
You would fucking kill that shit, bro.
Please.
I don't even know that's a cursed casting.
It's a correct cast.
Oh man,
She would eat that up. And I mean, for that, I mean, Ryan should just be Ariel, and then
dude.
Like-
Let's everyone does Little Mermaid. It's the trash can version of Little Mermaid, and we're all gonna do parts that we're not right for.
You're Grimsby, Ryan's Ariel, I'm fucking Ursula, and Mandy's fucking Sebastian.
No, make me the fucking Arista.
Adele.
Adele and Ariel.
We just clone
Oh,
you,
the
and no, you know what? It's the sisters are you, Aaron Atkinson, Nate Prom, all of them are sisters. Jarrell,
Jonathan Isley, and Ariel. Dude,
No, and then we make it the teen version. We don't do the full version. It's just junior.
The junior version. We'll do the children's version.
Oh my god!
But we're allowed to add as many curse words as we feel like.
And Michael Ursula is either Flotsam or Jetsam.
Michael is Flotsam. Jorth is Jetsam.
Yep. Oh my god. Karinko's Scuttle.
What?
Scuttle.
Karinko.
Now I'm thinking. Oh,
dude, this is fun.
Patrick is Triton.
Yes.
So speaking of Isley, dude, like when we were doing SpongeBob, there's this part in fucking Squidward's "I'm Not a Loser" that I kept like fucking up the harmony, like to get Jonathan like off. Like he's like, dude, stop! I don't even know what the fucking song is anymore. Like I can't. I just hear you. It's like, you don't stink. You're not a waste. And he's like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
I would like
Ryan,
just run in there. I was
Ryan,
such
can we
chaotic
talk
energy.
about Poor Pirates?
I had a question one day. I was just like, hey, they're doing it wrong. I was like, it's not what's in the script. And they're like, well, it's amazing. I'm like, it is amazing. It's great. But like, we can't sing off stage if we're singing two different things.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Patrick our music director Eden was like, that's all wrong. And Patrick just goes, I fucking love Poor Pirates. Don't change it. And Ryan was like, I'm not saying it.
Cut my mic. I'm good. Less work for me.
Oh my god. Do you know what's really bad during 42nd? Our Andy Lee Kevin, who was also our Captain Von Trapp in Sound of Music, he would fuck with me at the end of Getting Out of Town. And so one day he decided to sing it as Miranda sang, and went on the loose and fancy free, getting out of town. And then like as we had to like rush the stage to the edge, changed it to the right pitch, and wheezing. I was wheezing. I was on the soprano line. I was like just wheezing. And you know what? You know, you'd think that that's not nonsense. That was coming from an equity actor. I went, there's the truth. The non nonsense remains whether or not you take your car.
Equity right titty.
Listen, she gonna make it big one day. She's just waiting.
This is just the tit episode. We started the first 5 minutes was titties. Middle, we had titties. We're coming into the last home stretch, titties. You know, if HR was still around, he would have written you up by now. Like,
oh my god,
Mandy, let's talk HR because about I think after the first weekend I was like, yo, this cast getting rowdy. Like, I need to step up.
We must steal from Jarrell and create HR.
That
it's
shit.
Not stealing. It's trying to make
bit.
Starfish proud. You know, you gotta make Starfish proud. Fucking take it in.
What does that mean? We're just gonna blow by that and like pretend like
you
knows
need
what
to
you're
go
talking about?
to season 1, episode 7, Towards Tay with Jarrell Brown. Starfish.
He'll talk about Starfish.
Okay.
He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there and I'm like, I go over to our TD Christian. I'm like, you got post-it notes, honey? He was like, yes, do you want a pen that lights up as well? I was like, fuck yeah. Right. So I take that shit and I'm sitting in the dressing room and I'm fucking waiting like a shark, like that smells blood in the water. Right. And this kid that plays Mark comes into the dressing room. He goes, dude, during the opening, I went to go stretch my arm back and I accidentally grabbed Cole by the dick. And, and all you heard was, where the fuck is it? Where's my goddamn pen? It was just the silence after he said it, and then and then everyone knew what the fuck. Everyone was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "He's done. He's fucking done." Right? And I was writing him up, and I would stick it on his mirror in front of him, and then everyone would crowd around and read it, and then they would start laughing. But then it caught on to where they were like, "Where the fuck is HR?" Right? And I come around the corner like, "Huh? What's going on in here? Are we fucking around?"
It's just like,
but my favorite part, dude, is people were for their closing goodbye ACL posts. 2 or 3 people took pictures of their HR write-ups and posted it on Instagram. So like one of them, I'm finding it right now.
do it.
Fucking George, who played our Mike. Here you are, buddy. Fucking outing you on Instagram right now, dude. He always used to just mess up his lyrics for God bless him. Like, it was there, but like some nights it got a little fuzzy. So so his HR write-ups were, and I'm pulling it up. God, so many photos.
Oh my God.
Here they are. On September 6th, I have nothing on under this winky face. September 14th. Oh no, your penis is out. 9/14. Am I wearing a dance belt? Do you want to see? Question mark. And then at the end, I gave out awards to everyone, and he got the lyric change award, and it was just it was a grand old time. I hope to make Jarrell proud.
Oh my God.
I think you for sure made Jarrell proud. And I felt bad because Michael also like delegated to me to be the women's HR. And my head was somewhere else. And I was like, I don't have time for this.
Girl, you were 3 different characters. Like, I was ready to play Al DeLuca a year and a half ago. Like, I was fine. Like, I was like, all right, I could fuck around a little bit. But like, I even wrote up Ursua. Look, oh my God, thank God I forgot. Thank God I brought this up. One night during Sing, soundboard just fucking shuts off. So we get to the moment in the song where she goes, shower, and the music just doesn't play, and that fucking just goes straight out the void. And I look at her and I'm like, well, we're going to do the rest of this a cappella. Right? So I'm looking at her with Christine already has fear in her eyes, but I could see the Laura fear in her eyes too. And I turn around and it's at the point of the song where I conduct the ensemble, like the line to fucking sing, caroling. And I look at them and I make like direct eye contact with what felt like everyone. I was like, all right, fucking lock in. Right. And I'm like, conduct, and cut off. And then I turned back around and then the music kicked back in. But like there was a solid maybe 15, 20 seconds of just no music during Sing. And after Michael, I knew it was his bitch ass, but he was like, I don't know what happened. and I was like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. So the next day, I went out and I got him a Coke Zero because it was a long day for him. It was a 2-show day. But I took his Coke and I put a Post-it note on it and I said, for fucking up this sound cue and Sing, you're done. And then I gave him the Post-it note and I waited. And I was with Mandy on stage during mic checks when he went back to the booth. And you just see him open up the booth and go, I wrote up Michael Ursua. He's done. You're fucked.
You're done.
You're done.
Bro,
Oh my
that's
God.
hilarious.
What a chaotic fucking summer.
Yeah,
I'm bringing HR back to slow burn this year. I'm gonna make Jarrell proud.
yeah.
As you should.
Keep seeing some of these cast lists. I'm like, a lot of homies in there. Like,
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble. Trouble.
Trouble.
Trouble
So
is right.
before we end, Ryan and Amanda, we'll start with Amanda, ladies first. Hassie, what do you got coming up? What can we go see you in, support you in? What do you
This
got?
will be coming out at the end of October, beginning of November.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So then the next thing that I have coming up that is confirmed is 9 to 5 the musical at the Broadway at LPAC series.
Hey.
I'm really excited for that one. Hey. Excited for that one.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. What about you, Rai?
Witches, from October to November, slow burn. Anastasia, ensemble and music directing, and then Parade, I'm in, and then Something Rotten, I'm Shylock Clapham and music director for that one too.
You are doing
on,
too many
MD.
shows with Matt or Domini.
Too many. Too many.
He's
And
gonna
it was
be so
supposed to be just Parade, Anastasia, and Something Rotten. And then he's like, "Oh man, I wish you would get in Witches." During SpongeBob, I was getting my wig done, and he's like, Patrick's like, "Do I have you in Witches?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "If I need you, would you be available?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I was like, didn't even think about it. Like, I think like during Colorado, when I went to Colorado with Noah, he's like, "Hey, I'm sliding into Witches." I'm like, "All right, cool." That's it. And then Mike, I text
4.
Mike. I'm like, 4, baby, 4.
That was it. 4, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude,
Yeah.
how many do we got together now? We got Newsies, Mermaid,
Sister
Sister Act,
Act,
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
That's gonna
And
be
then
8.
4 more, 8, dude. Yeah, it's crazy.
Disgusting. In
Yeah.
a year,
In a year.
around a year. Gross.
That
Who
is a
allowed this?
nightmare, and it still shocks me that I've only done 2 shows with you, Michael.
I know.
I don't think I don't, and we haven't done any shows together, have we, Amanda?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
I've only done one with you, Kat,
it's fucking wild.
That's really wild.
for a weekend.
It's because I avoid Florida now.
I respect it. Honestly.
Listen, leave the state. The likelihood that we'll work together is very high.
Shout out Theater by the Sea. Shout out Arizona Broadway Theater. Keeping my future wife employed.
Yes.
Oh my
Shit.
god.
What about Mike? I mean, you're in the same shows that I'm in.
Yeah, I already talked about it. I already talked about it.
Are you in The Bodyguard as well?
Fuck no. I'm not in the bodyguard. No one, and I mean no one, wants to see me in a Speedo drenched in fucking water doing Whitney Houston choreography. That's my brother. My brother will be in The Bodyguard. Shout out Mason Matadomini. But yeah, no, absolutely fucking not. No shot. I know Wilton Manners would have loved to have seen me in the Full Monty at LPAC a couple of years ago, but
Yes. Yes, dude.
Oh my god.
Right.
Gray Sweatpants season's coming back, boys.
As a friend, yo, for research, man. Let me just help my brother out.
It's front row.
Yeah.
As your future wife, Michael, please stop going to rehearsals in your goddamn gray sweatpants. Peace and love.
As a castmate, wear white sweatpants.
It's getting cold in Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Gray sweatpants season's coming back, baby. Gotta poke an eye out. How you down?
Just dance belt season. Just dance belt on daily, Dan.
2 dance belts.
Yeah, okay, real quick before we
put it back in your car.
I have to shout out Aaron Atkinson because one SpongeBob show got canceled, and in this group chat we were like, the rain was really bad from the tropical storm, and he goes, "If this show gets canceled, who's peeling this dance belt off of me?" and I was like, the show's not going to get canceled. And then I looked down at the phone, and before I even got the notification that the show was canceled, Aaron just texts the chat and goes, "Get to peeling." And I was like, oh no.
Jesus Christ. Is he's in Witches too, right?
He's in Witches. Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. God.
I'm on it.
Kat, what you got lined up?
The Disenchanted tour starting in New York October 11th. So by the time this comes out, I will probably have completed the northeastern portion of this tour. So, which is wild, which is also why we're recording in advance, because I don't want to edit on the road.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Dude.
Especially this episode.
Are you what characters are you gonna be? Because you
so
every
I am Rapunzel, and then I am covering Mulan, Snow White, and Sleeping Beauty.
Fuck yeah, dude. Woo. Yo, I missed the shit. Noah and I were talking about this the other day. We're like, not one red cent. I'm like, fuck, I missed that. I miss your Rapunzel so much.
I do. I love my girl. I got to do my costume fitting. She's gonna be purple now.
Interesting.
With like full, it's more reminiscent of like the
Disney Tangled. Gotcha.
Yeah, so beautiful embroidery and stuff.
Unibrow?
Always unibrow. I don't know
thank God.
I don't know if they're gonna change what kind of unibrow it is. So we're gonna figure that out. But I want it to be the same one because I loved that unibrow. Now it might be a fancier one. I don't know, but I loved that unibrow.
You made me laugh so much behind the piano, dude. Like every single time you performed, I had to like compose myself.
I'm not gonna lie.
Dying.
I got to do that on Friday in New York with like the girls. I got to go in and do that for the first time because I had not worked with them because they did the first week of rehearsal for the first couple days of rehearsal while I was in tech, and then they came back, and some of those days I had like 2 show days, so I couldn't do rehearsal, but I could on the 13th. So I got to go in. So I've been learning the show over Zoom, and got to go in and do Red Scent. And I don't know if the girls were prepared for the level of chaos that I was going to be bringing in, because I mean, Ashley is used to my nonsense, but they were like, oh, we started screaming,
dude,
and they were like, oh dear God.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Yeah, so I'm excited to go back with my German girl.
Oh,
and we'll see if I go on for any of the other tracks. I don't know. They're basically like building me like a utility costume. So like it's kind of like Six with like in the West End how they have like the understudy costumes where they can like add and subtract pieces to like complete for each track. So that's what they're going to be doing with my costume for whatever track that I go on for. Like we can add and subtract things.
I thought it was gonna be like Elsa and Let It Go, just fucking Rapunzel, fucking Sleeping Beauty, Snow White.
That was like Amanda. She had the fucking Cassie outfit under the Sheila. She's just like, Cassie.
I can't.
I still can't believe you fucking learned like 2 tracks in like 20 hours, like not even a day.
I already had an immense amount of respect for Mandy. And I mean, I had writings on the wall. Like I played basketball. I've had injuries. It just didn't look good. So like I was looking at Mandy like, be ready, because I care about her as a friend. Like I was like, because I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Like I almost passed out doing the tap. Like I was like, I'm done. Right. So like, I can't even imagine getting up there and doing a fucking 10-minute dance solo. Like if it was me and they were like, hey, Michael, you're on as Cassie, go ahead. I would have done the fucking Macarena for 10 minutes. Like, I don't know what I would have done. So like, the fact that Mandy got up there and fucking, if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have had a show. So biggest fucking applause to you. That was really fucking cool to see. You made me cry the first time I saw it. And then closing night, fucking watching you do it was amazing. So fucking props to you, because if not, then I would have been fucked that out of DeLuca. I would have been pissed. So.
You would have been Cassie DeLuca.
Both you two, man. Fucking swing cities, bro. Insane. Kat and Amanda, man.
Dude, props.
Yeah. It's
Insane.
High five,
a
cat.
high five. Yeah, no, I hadn't done like the swing and understudy stuff in a while. So like having that experience with Disenchanted, thank God it prepared me for like Sound of Music where I was covering like Mother Abbess and stuff.
Shit.
Yeah.
I almost went on during our closing week because our Mother Abbess was sick. So like you have to. It's just the and now that I'm covering 3 tracks, I'm technically doing 4 tracks in Disenchanted now. It's definitely learning how to use a swing brain and like color coding my fucking script to the nth degree and using like a system of like in in stage versus out stage with so I can keep track of exactly like what direction things are going in just to kind of swings and understudies, man. Swings and understudies. Backbone of theater.
Truly.
And to put a button on it, Amanda, how did you do it?
How did I switch?
Genuinely.
The first weekend was an adjustment period for me because we did like a put in for myself and Nia, who replaced me and took over the role of Sheila. We had Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then Friday we went on. That was technically our first weekend, but the second weekend for everyone.
Well, how long are rehearsals though? Was it like a nighttime, like 6 to fucking 10 type of shit?
It was like a 10 to 1, I think, or a 10 to 2. Yeah, it wasn't like that many hours, but it was like enough for because Nia had already done chorus line at LPAC earlier in the year, so it was kind of like a refresher. And obviously, teaching her a new track, but it was pretty similar because she was BB.
Sure.
Now she was Sheila, so she kind of knew that song already. And for me, it was just learning a new track, but I knew all the dances. It was just learning Cassie stuff. But it was just those hours on those 3 days. And then I would always stay a little bit behind just to maybe like go over any stuff with Alex, just dance wise. But I do remember being very freaked out on Tuesday and Wednesday because I wasn't so much concerned about the dance because I knew the dance. I hadn't run it full out, which I was also kind of like, I haven't run this full out, but because so much had already happened during the production and, someone injured and all that stuff, I was like, this is probably one of the hardest dances in all musical theater history. I was like, and I was still trying to figure out timing and certain things. I was like, I don't want to go into this dance not knowing it. If I do a full mark out, and I can do it well, then I know that I can do it full out once I actually do it. But I was like, if I can't do it completely yet, like even marking it, and I'm still having like a timing issue with one certain section, if I go and do it full out, it's going to mess up my stamina. It's going to mess up my endurance. It's going to mess up my flow. And the thing is I've learned with Cassie's dance, if you go in it and you do it like the first time full out, you need to commit to it full out from the very beginning all the way to the end. You cannot stop for 1 second. You just got to go for it and see how your body reacts to it. Because if you stop, I never tried ever stopping in the middle of it, but I feel like that's a little dangerous because you just because your body kind of has to get used to that and it kind of has to build it up. So if you ever stop it, I feel like your body's just going to get used to like you stopping and not continuing, and you just don't build up that resistance to be able to make it all the way to the end, and you have to. So I knew that's what I wanted to do on the first couple of days. I just wanted to like strong mark it, know that I got it in my body, and then Thursday before we did it, I did my first full out, and it was very successful for my first time ever doing it, never having done it. But I knew that I wanted to take it easy. But then we got to our first weekend that we opened as our new characters, and I tell you that first day, that Friday, because Cassie stands right next to Sheila, I would just hear Nia speaking, and I just had this uncontrollable like impulse urge to say my things. Like I knew where Cassie went, I knew all her new steps, I knew everything that she had to do, but standing next to Sheila, it was such an out of body experience. I felt like I needed to go back to because I had spent 5 weeks with Sheila, and then I spent 3 days with Cassie. I was like, I feel like not in control of my body. I feel like my body's going to automatic spots where it knows it needs to go, but I feel like my spirit is with Sheila. It's with Nia right now somewhere. I was like, this is where I remember one time telling Alex, Alex Jorth, I was like, I think I'm having a crisis. I was like, I think I'm having a mental crisis because I'm seeing. It's like I'm seeing myself as Sheila somewhere else, but I know that physically I'm in Cassie doing it. I was like, I'm like being put, like pull and
Yeah.
pull. I was like, it took a second. It took a second. I was
That's
off.
yeah. That's how it was for me for the Sound of Music because they basically tried to block me next to Mother Abbess most of the show. So like when
Yeah.
I had to do my understudy rehearsals and like my put in thing, I was like, this is so fucking weird. And I'm
Yeah.
standing next to this person that I've been working at that's like with that's playing my part, and now I'm like playing this other part. I'm like, help. And like
Hell,
same thing like when you're doing like the same song but you're doing different harmonies and your brain is like, hello,
mhm. Hell, yeah.
so
Yeah.
trust me, I'm like navigating that, especially now that I've done Snow White and now that I'm covering Sleeping Beauty.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That those harmonies, I'm like, help.
Yeah. I can't even imagine. I can't
Mandy
even
Mandy
imagine.
can officially say she's played 3 characters in chorus line in 2 productions in 6 months. That's fucking
What was he?
Um,
2 productions.
Elpac and
Elpac.
Del Rey.
Vicky Vickers, man.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Never forget Vicky Vickers. She was
Vicky
iconic.
Vickers.
Vicky Vickers, man, I'll tell you something. Being 2 characters this summer was not something I was not. What was it? It's not on my bingo card.
It's not on your 2024 bingo card. You know that production got serious when we stopped going to IHOP. We
We
would
had
go
it.
every Friday. The waitress Jennifer knew everyone's orders at the table.
That was shit was crazy, dude. She's like, oh yeah, fucking orange juice and fucking water and pancakes. She's like, yeah, chocolate chip pancakes, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Fucking
and waffles.
crazy.
Yeah,
Waffles.
yeah.
And
Oh my
medium
god.
orange juice.
Medium
And even
orange
still,
juice.
and even still, after we opened and I had settled into Cassie, Michael turns to me on a Friday, and we have 2 shows on Saturday. He's like, "So IHOP?" I was like, "The hell, I'm not going to IHOP. I'm going to sleep. I'm Cassie, bitch. I can't be
Yeah.
going there and hang out at the wee hours of the night. What the hell?"
At the wee hours. I felt so bad for Jennifer. We came in closing night with fucking 75 people. She was like, I left her like a $30 tip.
Yeah,
I
for
was
sure.
like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh
That-
my god.
that
I
Cassie
had her
number
sign.
is
I
awesome.
had her sign my fucking headshot. You can see it here. She goes, "Congrats, you're awesome, Jennifer."
Was it say fucking hags?
Oh, yeah.
Have a great summer. I can't. Amazing.
And on
Okay.
that note, this has been one fucking episode of Non-Egg Nonsense.
What a nightmare it's gonna be to edit.
Ryan got a 5-minute fucking. I was like, "Hey, you want to be on this shit?" He goes, "I just woke up. Yeah, I'm on. I'll be on."
I was like playing piano and shit, just like going. I was actually going over witches. I was like, wow, we don't do much, huh? Like this is great. Then they're like, hey, you still is that invite still available? What's up?
And I was like, "Fuck yeah." Mandy called me. She's like, "Hey, I'm on my way home. Good. You down?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, double date. Here we go."
Not nonsense.
Non-Egg
No,
Nonsense.
no,
Do you guys have a
nonsense,
theme song
yeah.
yet? I know it's like that. What is that from? That like the intro music. It's fucking
So the intro
Animal from the
music.
Muppets.
No, so okay, so fun fact. So because I didn't want to do anything that was like I didn't think that I could copyright claim. So technically it's not music that I wrote, but it's me performing it. That's from a section in Hedwig
Oh
where
shit!
I'm playing the electric guitar in the show. And so and
Oh,
then that's my scream at the end.
loophole.
Yeah, so like I just try to remove anything that had too much of like the like the chords and stuff, but that's me when I was playing rhythm in Hedwig and
Okay,
the Angry
dude.
Inch.
Okay.
Because I
Cats.
figured it was chaotic enough to like fit the vibe of what we
Yes.
knew this was going to be.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
The intro music for this season is going to be the alto section from SpongeBob.
Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not.
Oh God. Poor
Jazz.
Judge, you don't stink. You're not a waste.
Oh, and the fun fact for the intro, the person going 3 4 is Carol Fantel.
It's really
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
she
you
was
really?
rocking out, dude. Fucking A.
Yeah, she was our music director.
Shout out to Carol.
Yeah, no.
I know she listened, and she came up to me at Lynn and was like, "I love your podcast," and I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
She's
I,
awesome.
I love it. Everyone tells you that they love the podcast, and no one tells me that they like this podcast.
Because you're on the other side of the fucking states.
The thing, I feel like they're like, Kat's just like a special guest that's like appearing in the nonsense.
I wanna get a sponsorship with the Broward Center.
Oh my God.
Put a QR code up on the window.
No, get a sponsorship from Subway.
Spoons?
You keep getting fucking gift cards for Subway. You're like, I don't even like Subway.
Give them to me. I love Subway.
No, man.
Mandy, we're going to Subway before play that goes wrong on Friday now.
Oh my God, this is fucking chaotic. We need to end this episode.
Yes, it's fucking done.
No,
all right.
Don't go to Subway.
Amanda, shout out your socials.
It is at. Oh, I always have to spell this shit. Okay, hold on. Take two. I'm sorry.
I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that in.
Can you cue me in again? I'm sorry.
Mandy, what are your socials?
My socials are at Mandy Erz. So ERZZ.
This is like explaining what your screen name was for like AOL Instant Messenger. It's like X, little X, big O, little O, 3, backwards 3, E, 4. It's actually spelled Kevin.
It's Mandy Erz.
Mandy Erz. Just look up Amanda Lopez on fucking social media. Jesus Christ. Ryan, go ahead.
At Crizzy Crout, CRIZZY Crout. Bam. That's it for everything. TikTok, Instagram.
Boom. He's keeping it clean.
PlayStation Network if you're trying to game, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, damn.
Hey, damn.
But thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Always a fucking pleasure. I love the fucking shit out of both of you guys. You guys are the best. This has been Michael Metadomini.
Jackal.
Ryan Kraut.
Mandy Lopez.
Jesus Christ. All right. Thanks for tuning into Non-Ec Nonsense. We're here every Monday most of the time. Stay happy, stay healthy, no COVID.
No COVID.
Weep it up, jazz.